And November is Financial Literacy Month, and let's have a chat right now. The Executive Director of HomeEquity Bank, it's Yvonne Ziomecki. Good to have her on the program. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you very much, Dylan.
Good. Now, can you tell me what the importance is of this month?
I think financial literacy is important any day of the year, but I think the reason why the government has declared November Financial Literacy Month is just to force people to have conversations about financial matters, about money, families talking about it. It's a really good reason to elevate those discussions.
Pretty important discussions to have as well.
Very difficult ones most of the time, but very important to have nonetheless, yes.
Okay, so you're here to focus more on, there's a dilemma when it comes to downsizing. Now older adults in Canada obviously are up against that. They face that as they age. So what is the dilemma?
Well, the dilemma is what to do. So, you know, you're aging in place, maybe you're retired, maybe you're transitioning, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to fund the remaining years that you have to live in retirement. And one of the options, one of the solutions is to actually sell your house and downsize. The dilemma is, are you going to be able to free up enough money to live comfortably in retirement, or are costs that you're not even thinking about going to impact your retirement?
Okay, so what does Ipsos research have to say about this?
So Ipsos research says that almost 40% of people who have downsized did not save or did not come out with as much money as they thought. It was a lot more expensive. The realtor fees, legal fees, you know, you're staging your place, you're buying new furniture for your new house. And 40% people say they're very skeptical that it's actually the right way to think about freeing up money in retirement, because they know there are going to be additional costs, not just financial, but also emotional.
Okay, definitely emotional. I could think that would be a big part of this. So why is it so important in relation to downsizing to be so financially literate?
Well, because I think sometimes people make emotional decisions about their house or where they're going to live, and then they regret making them, and it's really hard to go back. You know, once you downsize the house and you move out and you want to move back to your old neighborhood, that option usually doesn't exist because you've eaten up a portion of the value of the home. So you need to be financially literate. You need to understand what options are out there. You know, what is this going to look like when you sell your house? How much money are you going to have? Are there other options? How long do you want to stay in the house? How much money do you need in retirement? That's why it's very important for people to be literate, but also for families to be having these conversations.
Okay, and there are tools available to help people stay in their home longer?
Absolutely. So the product that we offer is called a reverse mortgage, but it's basically a mortgage for people 55 and older. Our average clients are 72 years old, and it allows people to take equity out of the home. So, you know, they bought the house maybe in mid-60s and they've lived there, it appreciated in value. Instead of selling the house and getting the cash, they can actually stay in the home, get the cash, and they don't have to make any payments as long as they stay in the house.
Okay, and I see that there's a big statistic as well, 39% are feeling very skeptical about downsizing?
Yeah, because, you know, people hear stories, and I actually just had coffee with someone this morning who said, you know, he travels a lot between Ottawa and Toronto, and he really enjoys when he comes back. You know, you get all those bugs on the hood of your car, and he can come out and get a hose from the garage and hose it off, and he was telling a friend about it, and the friend said, oh, I really miss that because I live in a condo and I'm not able to do a lot of those things. So the regrets are not just financial regrets when people downsize. Sometimes not being able to, you know, get groceries from the trunk of your car, or get the delivery to the front door, or missing, you know, your next door neighbor or the pharmacist, or, you know, walking the dog, those sorts of things.
Okay, so about a minute left. I mean, why does downsizing costs add up so quickly? Because I would think that perhaps you'd be saving cash if you have a smaller home to have to maintain.
So you start with realtor fees, which, you know, can be 4 or 5%. So, you know, if you have a $500,000 house, you're not going to end up with $500,000 in your bank account the next day. You're going to have a little bit less. What you really need to do is you need to figure out how you want to live retirement. How do you see yourself in retirement? How long you think you're going to live? And then you should be making decisions kind of based on that, not just thinking, okay, I'll just sell the house and I'll have the money. Because sometimes a better option is a different product, like a reverse mortgage.
All right. More information, I assume, can be found at homeequitybank.ca.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Yvonne.
Thank you very much.
Enlightening us here today. And thank you as always. Check out our YouTube channel. Fun waiting for you there.